Welcome to this episode. In this episode, we talk about being creative and having a out of the box response to the life situation. What does it mean, out of the box response? So, out of the box response or creative way is trying to see if there are other solutions and approach to handle a situation. So if there are already three products in front of us, three services, is it possible to we are we create a new one, and this new one is not exactly the same as any of them. So the way we need to get close to what are the elements of the situation that we would like to handle. So what are the basic needs and how we can actually understand that? We need to go through the experience. We can have a study, we can read about this, but when we have an idea and a sketch of a possible solution, then we need to actually gradually experience with it. This is when, from the concept, we can indeed experiment with facts. So if we are looking, for example, what is a solution for a house? Or what is the solution for homelessness? Homelessness means a shelter for the night. So the first thing is probably we need to experience how it is to have no shelter at night, because then we are going to experience the actual thing. Because most of the things we read and study are very general. They are written by people for certain environments. But now we are going to the environment that exists today. And many of these parameters we are going to experience could be indeed general and valid for many cases. But we will know by more experience. So for the shelter and the response to homelessness, so we go out there and we're gonna see what is the environment, why we need at all a shelter, what emotions rise in us, what blockages exist. Are people coming to us if you are sleeping in a city? If you go to a park, for example, I mean, you go to a street to sleep in there is noise. Then you go to the park, it's calmer, but it's probably more humid. So then you see if there is another place. You find a shelter beside the park that is also dry. Then you're gonna lie down and then you feel okay, but on the surface it's not very comfortable. I feel my body after half an hour. So you need a sort of mattress. Can you create this mattress, or can you find this mattress? Can you make it but with what you have? Can you find it in the garbage? Can you put a cardboard? So all these elements come, and over time you may choose, okay, I slept 2 hours with cardboard and I felt this in my knee. I felt this way. And then maybe you come up with a new idea. So these elements little by little come out, and then over time gives a picture. And there is no entrepreneur like that really goes to reach the solution without going through the situation. I even don't call it problem, because it's a situation. Problem might have a negative emotional reaction in our body when we are talking about this, but the situation. And it's also the same with services. For example, if you're traveling, you are staying in a town for 1 month. So if you are going to book a bed in a guest house, it may cost you 400 euro, for example. For example, it may cost you, let it make it easier, 10 euro or $10 per night. So in total 300. However, what you have as situation is that you have only, for example, 200 or 150. So how we can go with that? The creative mind will, non-creative mind says, okay, it is not possible. The creative mind may look at the possibilities and go through it and may find a compromise or actually a creative solution. May negotiate with someone, may get to know people, explain the situation, may talk to the guest house, this is my situation. Or maybe just more parametric way, what I did was check in the morning. So stay the whole day there because it's allowed. So you sleep one night. So today the first day you show up in the morning. You'll stay the whole day. And then tomorrow you check out in the morning, but like every hostel, you're allowed to be there until you leave. So you stay there until evening or afternoon. Then you go for a walk. And then that night you may sleep in a corner of the town, or you stay up, for example. If there is not possible, if there is security or police doesn't let you sleep, so you go and you may have a bit of not sleeping out of the routine, which could be also creative way of living, working with our body. And then we check in another guest house in the next morning, and sometimes you can say to them that I'm coming early morning, sometimes. And then you again check in. So you cover almost 2 days, 2 full day and one night. So literally you have always something. So many of us, indeed, many nights of the months we are not at home. Or we just, if also not very healthy probably to be always at home. So we can shift this the time that we are out tonight. This is a creative way. But this is only one way. What I'm trying to point out now is that there is a lot of colors between black and white. But we need to gradually expose ourselves to the situation. And then within the situation, in yoga they say, gradually the problem unfolds, like the body that is tense, the muscles that are tense. The mind unfolds and comes up, and the new solutions, pieces of solutions come piece by piece and moment by moment. The way that a car was invented, the car was not invented in one shot. The car was invented over time, generation after generation, and even in one round for one person, years after years and days after days. So one day this part. So this is the creative way, exposing ourselves to the situation, being patient, and also don't thinking about finding a solution that is going to answer the whole homelessness shelter forever. If we go for that, we are going toward again white and black, because the environment has so many ingredients that we don't know how many ingredients exist: humidity, temperature, people, animals. So many new things may come, and our study, our experience is just for what we have had so far. So out of the box means first go out of the mind. After having an idea what we want to do, where we want to go, then we go. And we may have a lot of fear and anxiety, but just chill. If we don't know swimming, we don't need to jump into the middle of ocean. We can just put our feet inside the coast and feel water. And gradually maybe we go up to our neck. If we don't know swimming, we can come back. But maybe over time we also learn swimming. Then maybe one day we have a boat. Maybe one day we are Superman. and we can just swim all the ocean. And then we will feel, oh, how can life be without ocean and without swimming?